The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of January 28th, 2019. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. What up, everybody? Get at us, mbnnetwork.com. I'm Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, co-host Kev?
What up?
CJ's here tonight.
Dude, I came in too
How's
hot.
it going?
I came in too hot.
It's okay. It's all right. You know, for us, it's Friday. For everybody else that's listening, it's Monday. So we're happy on the saddest day of the week for a lot of people right now. And I'm just having a good time. Danny's not here. He's not feeling well. Everybody's got colds now. We had a flash freeze last week.
Yeah.
Flash freeze.
It got cold. It got icy. We survived.
You don't sound too hot,
I'm not feeling very well.
so you normally look like shit, but now you sound like shit.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well. I got the cold. I got the cold going on. Very congested. Sound very dumb. Feel very dumb. It's very dumb. But I wanted to take a second before we get going to mention that last week we had the series premiere of Might Be Tunes on Friday. If you haven't checked it out, go back and check it out.
Novak and Franz on Thursday.
Novak and Franz on Thursday as well. With
Happy
Raikkonen.
belated Raikkonen.
Yeah, Raikkonen was on the show. It was very cool.
So he gets like mad about mustard. I thought it was a skit. Like when I saw
It's real. It's explained on the show.
Yeah, I listened,
Yeah.
and he for real legit gets mad
Yeah, he
about
does.
mustard.
He does.
That's
It's very
wild.
cool. It's very cool
Devil
to meet
eggs
Raikkonen.
are worse.
Yeah. It's very cool to meet Raikkonen. That was a ton of fun. So go check both those episodes out, as well as everything else. But if you didn't get a chance to listen to Might Be Tunes, something I'm very, very excited about moving forward. We're working out a few more dates with a couple other bands as we speak. It's going to be a ton of fun. So
Wow.
also, it's on YouTube. Go follow. We're working on a Might Be News YouTube, but for now, there is a YouTube page for The Pit. That is where we record Might Be Tunes. That's where the Manipulators record their music. But we YouTubed it. It's video on there, which is very cool. So shout out to Jake, Chuck, and Tucker from the Manipulators. They did a great job, and they also did a bang up job helping me produce the show as well.
Dope.
Very cool. Danny's not here, but we still got some good news.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
First things first, the good news is sponsored by 610 Vape Den, located at 2320 East Lincoln Highway, Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Max is our guy there. Go down there, see Max at 610 Vape Den for all your Juul, CBD, and vaping needs. You can get all kinds of stuff there. Last week we had this CBD pen. Me and Danny were sharing it. It's fantastic. It's minty, made me feel very nice, relaxed. They got things. CBD, people, if you're not into it, the shit is crazy. I got this ointment cream, not from Max, but I'm telling you, CBD, it helps you. Muscle aches, anxiety, can't sleep. It's all the benefits from smoking pot, except for you don't get high from it. You just feel better. There's no THC. But also go check them out for all the vape stuff. Juul, got all the Juul flavors and other flavors as well for the Juul pots. Check out Max 610 Vape Den.
Max is our guy at the vape den.
Yeah.
Make Max your guy at the vape den.
Do it. Good news. Saw that in a time where there is so much online trolling and things and just bad, arguments and whatnot, Patton Oswalt Have you seen this? You seen this, Craig?
Yes.
You seen this, Kev?
No.
Patton Oswalt. He's on a show that you're watching right now, The Happy Thing,
Okay.
right? He's the unicorn. Comedian, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So Patton Oswalt, this guy Michael Betty was trolling him on Twitter. This guy's a Vietnam vet. And Patton Oswalt was kind of going back and forth with him a little bit on Twitter, and Patton eventually went to his page and found out that this guy is going through a lot of medical issues. He's in a bad way. He was suffering from sepsis, which is a potentially fatal blood infection, and he had a GoFundMe page set up for himself. And once Patton Oswalt saw this, he shared the GoFundMe on his Twitter, encouraged his fans to help this guy, because he's no wonder he said no wonder he was mad. I'd be mad too, and let's give this guy a better hand than he was dealt. I'm paraphrasing. And Patton Oswalt donated $2,000 to the guy.
The goal was 5,000. It's up to 13.
Yeah, it's up to 13 right now.
No shit.
Isn't that cool?
Good for him.
And the guy, Michael Betty, came back on Twitter like he's doing, he's starting to feel better and all that. But he's just overwhelmed by the whole thing, and it humbled him, and it's very cool. Very cool. Next thing I saw.
Did he say he was sorry at least?
Oh, yeah. Like, no, they're cool now.
Okay.
They're cool.
You don't have a fucking
No,
option
no.
to be cool with them now.
he extensive thank you post, type deal. Patton Oswalt. And he also posted again thanking all of Patton Oswalt's fans that contributed.
Wow.
To his GoFundMe.
Cool.
Very cool. All right. The next thing I saw for good news is Nepal is set to become the first country in the world to double their wild tiger population. So back in 2010, a group of 14 nations met and formed the TX2 goal, which is to increase double the world's tiger population by the year 2022. And Nepal is going to be the first country to double their tiger population. Tigers have been in a lot of trouble for a lot of years.
Oh, yeah.
And Nepal went from 130 some tigers in the wild to well over 200, close to 3, and that's pretty cool stuff. Also, in nature-related good news, scientists are reporting that coral reefs in Hawaii are starting to stabilize and grow. Obviously, not the ones that are like super close to the islands, but right outside, kind of where people typically swim. They're starting to come back. A couple years ago, they were saying that like they bleached, like they were all just dying off. Very crazy stuff.
I mean, you see all that starting to come back, and you have to support. So there's that company that does the bracelets with recycled with plastic they take out of the ocean. There's companies that deal with the coral reefs, the tigers.
Right.
I mean, you just have to boycott companies like Jimmy John's, who the guy goes out and
Kills
shoot.
that. Yeah. Dude, it's nuts.
And I mean, that business, if you see those numbers, people are starting to get it.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy John's is hurting the companies.
The hot sandwich place.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other companies, any company that says they're going to start helping, their numbers start going up.
Yeah.
And I congratulate people on this.
What is Jimmy John's doing?
He goes
Big game hunter.
big game hunting. Yeah. So he's pretty much shooting chained up animals, and then poses with them. Giraffes, wildebeest, whatever.
Wow.
Lions, tigers,
And bears. Oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah.
My
Zulu over there.
My last good news story, Jamie Kloss, the girl that was what was it? Both of her parents were murdered and she was kidnapped.
Yes.
So she escaped from this guy who
Right.
kidnapped her.
Right.
He was arrested January 10th for the murder of her parents and kidnapping her.
Right.
Hormel Foods, the president of Hormel Foods, put up during the time that she was missing, put up a $25,000 reward for information that led to finding her. Right, because she escaped from him, they're giving her the money.
Good for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Didn't the parents work for?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. I believe so. At least one of them, right? I think.
No,
I
they
think
both worked
did.
for the same company, and
Yeah.
the weird thing was, this dude worked at that company for like a month, but they don't believe he had any contact with the parents
Fucking-
at the company.
It's fucking weird stuff.
Fuck.
And that was like
dude.
3 years ago that he worked there.
Wow. But I just thought that was pretty interesting. A very cool thing for that company to do. So that's good news. Let's see. What do we got on the docket tonight? First thing I wanted to talk about actually isn't necessarily news, but CJ is here not
Yes.
just to fill in for Danny. I want to talk with CJ about CJ is our technical director. Okay?
He's the IT guy.
He's the IT guy. He's the IT guy. He helps me with the IT stuff. And recently, CJ has been working day and night
Diligently.
We'll say diligently. We won't say day and night. We'll say diligently.
He has been literally killing himself trying to make the Might Be News Network a better place. And first of all, Kev, I want to applaud CJ. Give it to him.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to talk about what changes, CJ, that you have made to our website
So,
that you just showed me how to do, and I'm going to hopefully be able to accomplish this. The reason
Well-
we're talking about this is because you can now go on our website and do this right now.
well,
CJ, I can see the future. You have many phone calls coming your way on how to change it.
my phone number is currently not accepting any phone calls, but you may have seen on pretty much Novak's social media. Taylor, I believe you put it up too for the latest Novak and Franz.
Yeah.
How
I
the
did.
the site is set up so everyone can easily click on what service they use for podcasts. So
Recently, CJ helped us get on to Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. What's the other one? Is there another one? Shit.
SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple.
Yeah, I think it's it right now.
And then we're waiting on.
We're waiting on a couple other ones.
Yes.
But CJ has helped me do all this stuff. And SoundCloud is like our mothership. That's where
Everything
SoundCloud
goes to.
they don't pay us, we pay them straight up. So that's what I usually post when I share the show. And now I'm going to start sharing these pages so that you can click on whatever provider that you want to listen to our shows on. It just makes it easier.
Yes.
We're going to be posting it on the Facebook, on the Twitter as well. So make sure you follow us at Might Be News 24/7. That's Might Be News 247 on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. We're going to be posting these links so that you can click on Stitcher if that's where you listen to podcasts. You can click on Spotify if that's where you listen to podcasts. iTunes, all that stuff. So it's just going to make it a lot easier for you to find the versions of our shows.
And then if you like a particular show, all you have to do is click on the website, go to the show itself, and that shows the latest.
The latest show. Yep. The newest episode.
Yes.
Super easy. We're making it easier for you to find us, easier for you to listen to us. mbnnetwork.com. Go there right now. Click on the links and find the newest episode of your newest favorite podcast.
Yes.
Do it now. Right now. Motherfuckers.
Wait till the show's done.
After this show,
Then go do it.
click on something on our website.
Or just let it play through. And and the next show will come up, and it will just go back in time.
Exactly. So, news. Back to news. I wanted to give a little update on something we talked about a couple weeks ago.
And that would be
A couple weeks ago, we talked about a story that happened in Phoenix, Arizona, at a place called the Hacienda Healthcare Center or facility. Sorry.
Oh, I saw this today.
The woman that was in a vegetative state.
yeah. Okay.
All right. They
You got
found
me.
the guy.
Really?
They found the guy. For those of you who don't know, hold on, let me pull up the story. For those of you who don't know,
Let me just say, after seeing the mugshot of the guy,
Oh, it's like the worst mugshot ever.
I understand why he has to bang unconscious women. He is that great looking that this is his only option.
Wow.
A 36-year-old nurse has been arrested on suspicion of impregnating a woman in a vegetative state who unexpectedly gave birth last month at a Phoenix healthcare facility. Nathan Sutherland, a 36-year-old licensed practical nurse who was caring for the woman at the Hacienda healthcare facility, has been charged with 1 count of sexual assault and 1 count of vulnerable adult abuse.
Rape's not in there? Because
Yeah,
that's what it
It's
is.
formally licensed because he had to can't revoke his license today. He had to
oh, he's done. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He's definitely done. A court order compelled Sutherland to provide a DNA sample to investigators on Tuesday, and the crime lab technicians determined his DNA matched the baby's.
What a dirtbag.
A judge has set cash bond for $500,000 and scheduled Sutherland's next court appearance for January 30th. He invoked his Fifth Amendment rights, has not participated in an interview with police. The woman was 29 years old, unable to give consent, so nobody knows her name.
She's still in a vegetative state.
Yeah.
Wow. CJ just showed me a picture of this
that's
dude.
his mugshot.
That's his mugshot.
Holy
Worst mugshot
shit.
ever. He looks like a total piece of shit. Yeah,
Like
look at him.
that's why he's banging unconscious chicks.
Yeah.
She's been in the facility since 2002. She gave birth in late December. Absolutely crazy stuff, but at least they got him. When we talked about the story, I was curious if they were going to find the guy, because why would this idiot still work there?
Yeah, as soon as they announced that they're fucking DNA testing every male on the facility, like on the grounds, you're right.
Like, not to say that I'm not happy they called the guy. I'm really, really happy that this guy was a complete fucking idiot and stayed working there long enough for them to catch him.
Well, they said they were going to get everyone's DNA up to
When they were like
when
9
the baby,
months from that
yeah,
thing.
the baby.
So
could
maybe
have
he
been
wasn't
seen.
still working there.
So he could have left.
He could have left, but they
he-
like looked him up and found him.
Yeah, he still would
They'll
have
call
had
me
to
in for a
submit
DNA test, and I'll just call in to work sick that day.
Like, wow. But even still, like, holy shit. I wonder if he even knew that she gave birth. 'Cause that's a good
He
point,
was
CJ.
her.
He would have had to know.
Yeah, he was the appointed caregiver. That's what the article said. He would have had to
Yeah,
know.
he
Yeah, but
was-
maybe he wasn't still currently.
I
Who
feel,
cares, dude? But fuck that dude.
Yeah,
Who cares?
Fuck that dude.
I feel like there was probably like more is going to come out. He probably tried some kind of ghetto ass abortion attempt and then fled the scene once that didn't work.
Wow.
Caretakers of the woman were surprised by the December 29th birth, with one telling 911 dispatcher, quote, "We had no idea she was pregnant." That's crazy that no one knew. No one had any idea that she was crazy. Quote,
That she wasn't. No, that she wasn't. She was pregnant.
right. What did I say?
That she was crazy.
Oh, sorry. It was crazy that she was pregnant. That's what I'm saying.
She's
I'm sorry.
unconscious, so she still might be crazy.
The whole
and
thing,
who knows?
the whole thing's crazy. But they're saying that the baby's doing quite well. They're saying they can't really elaborate on anything. Police began investigating the case as a sexual assault because the woman cannot obviously give consent.
Anything? She
Nothing.
can't give anything.
Nothing.
I mean, That's why everything's still under wraps, because she's still unconscious. She's still in a vegetative state.
Yeah, detectives learned that Sutherland was among those responsible for caring for the woman during the time of the sexual assault. The charges in the case are very serious. The defendant sexually assaulted a very vulnerable adult who had no capacity to resist, no capacity to cry out. This whole thing is so fucking nuts.
Bananas.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about, real quick. Michael Gandolfini, the son of James Gandolfini, has been casted in the role as a young Tony Soprano in the new Sopranos prequel movie titled The Many Saints of Newark.
Looks exactly like him.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't know. I don't see the resemblance. That's too much.
Right away. I saw it. When I saw this article on Facebook, I saw it.
So, I wanted to talk next, before we go on break, Oscar nominations.
From 2017.
You're never going to let me live it down. I read the wrong year's Oscar nominations one time, Kev.
Dude, it's not that you just read the wrong year's Oscar nominations 1 year. We went all the fuck way through the list.
All the way through.
Didn't even
picked winners.
Yeah, and picked winners and didn't realize it until we moved on to the complete next segment.
Like, wholeheartedly
Wait,
believe we were doing the right thing.
Did anyone ever go back to pick the winners compared to what actually won?
I don't know. I don't know if we did. I think I definitely didn't, because I was probably so mad that I did it to begin with.
I don't know. Someone needs to do that. I'll write it in. You'll win a prize.
I give Kev so much shit every episode, and I fucked up probably the hardest out of everybody. So every time I read nominations for anything, it's like, oh, the one from like 2016? Son of a bitch?
I still want to know the percentages. So there's a prize available. Let me know.
So the best picture, the nominations for the best picture, the first Marvel superhero movie to be nominated for Oscar Best Picture.
Oh, no shit.
Black Panther.
Okay.
Which I'm going to go through the rest. Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, A Star is Born, and Vice.
Star is Born.
I don't know. That's hard.
Black Klansman. I mean, that was pretty wild too.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
I did. I liked it.
What did I watch?
I liked it a lot.
That was about the dude that joined the Ku Klux Klan.
Correct.
And he got in. He has a card and everything to show for it.
Yeah, but he had his partner who was a white
Pose
cop.
for him.
Yeah.
Right.
But he talked to them on the phone.
Right. He was the cop.
Correct. Both
Right.
of them were, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Roma seems to be getting a lot of attention. but
Roma's getting a lot of attention. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet either, but
Yeah.
I mean, even Netflix did the huge, big display.
I mean, I would say
For
Bohemian Rhapsody, but I think it just came out it just came out, and I don't think it's going to get enough traction.
A lot of people have been digging on The Favorite as well, which I haven't seen. I like Bohemian Rhapsody. I liked it. I saw Black Panther, Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, A Star is Born, and I'm halfway through Vice. Let me just say something about Black Panther. I love the movie. I love the soundtrack as well. However, it's not the best Marvel movie that came out last year. Straight up.
Why did it get nominated?
I don't know.
I think it's more of a cultural thing.
Cultural phenomenon. It is. And that's what I said.
and because
But as far as a movie, as far as beginning, middle, end movie,
Right.
Infinity War is outrageous. I'm just saying. I love the Black Panther movie. I get it. It was really good, but I just don't know. I don't know.
Next.
Next thing is actor in a leading role. We got Christian Bale, Vice, plays Dick Cheney. Very well, I might add. Bradley Cooper in A Star is Born. Willem Dafoe in At Eternity's Gate. He plays Pablo Picasso. I didn't see that movie. Rami Malek, the guy who plays Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. And Viggo Mortensen from Green Book. I really want to see that movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Next.
I think the kid that played Freddy might win.
It's him or Christian Bale.
How could you say
Yeah.
no to that stash?
It's him or Christian Bale. Actress in a leading role, Yalitza Aparicio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yalitza. She's in Roma. Glenn Close and The Wife. Olivia Colman in The Favorite. Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born. And Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Haven't seen that movie. I've only seen one of these movies, and that was A Star Is Born, and I hope Lady Gaga gets it.
I'm saying Glenn Close or Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I think so. Actor in a supporting role, Marshall Ali in Green Book, Adam Driver, Black Klansman, Sam Elliott from A Star Is Born, which this is his first ever Oscar nomination. Richard E. Grant and Can You Ever Forgive Me? And Sam Rockwell in Vice. He plays George W. Bush very well also, I might add. I hope Sam Elliott gets it because he's a legendary actor and this is his first nomination ever. That's just where I'm at.
I'm saying Rockwell.
Yeah, I think Rockwell wins it. Actress in a supporting role, Amy Adams in Vice. Marina de Tavira in Roma. Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk. Emma Stone, The Favorite. Rachel Weisz, The Favorite. Next.
I think that's a toss-up.
That's a toss-up. Best Animated Feature Film, Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs, Mireille, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm saying Isle of Dogs.
Ralph Breaks the Internet. That's what I pick.
I only saw Isle of Dogs. I really want to see Spider-Verse, though. Kev, did your kids like it? Did Cole like it?
Cole dug it.
Yeah.
Cole dug it, but it was it's an animated cartoon. I mean, he didn't talk too much about it, but he did like it.
That's cool.
Yeah, but
Isle of Dogs was good. Did you like it?
Isle of Dogs is stop motion.
Right.
And I feel like the people voting on that will appreciate that compared to a computer animation with Ralph or Spider-Verse or
It's true.
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip down to Best Director. Spike Lee for Black Klansman. That's my guy. Poet Pawlowski, Cold War. Wow, these are really crazy names. Yargos Lanthimos. Lanthimos.
Butcher in it.
Terrible.
Just say
The Favorite.
director of this movie.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. So the director of Roma.
Not only the IT guy, but your advisor on how to
he's-
speak.
CJ's doing a great job. Adam McKay from Vice.
Adam
So
McKay,
far-
dude, Step Brothers, come on.
Yeah, he also did
Anchorman.
Did that, and what's the other one? The shit. What about Wall Street?
Wolf on Wall Street? No.
Nothing.
Whatever. He's a good
The
director.
other guys.
No, because I'm thinking of Oliver Stone.
The Big Short.
Okay.
The Big Short.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was, which was a great movie as well. I'm between him and Spike Lee. I really enjoyed Black Klansman, and it's cool that it was based on a true story. Obviously, Vice is too, but I haven't finished Vice yet.
I'm saying Vice.
Vice, I want to finish it because they're all like really good, and the rest of these foreign language, makeup, hairstyle, those are all pretty much the most important ones. So we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna do what's the point and late review. Finish strong with This Week in History.
Yeah, buddy.
You got that?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Fucking killing it since
Killing it.
we've come back.
Wow, Kev, I'm just like wildly proud of you. It's great. We're going to go on a break. When we come back, Kev's just going to keep killing it. Everybody get out there and listen to a all-new Might Be Brews this Friday. These shows that we're doing every other week are fucking great. Might Be Brews is up to a lot of big things. It's John and Steve and myself. We sit down, we drink beer, we talk about them. A lot of breweries are interested in this. People are really interested in this. People love beer. Love our podcast. MBNnetwork.com. Welcome back to Might Be News. I'm Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, Kev?
Yo.
What up, CJ?
Yo, yo.
CJ, the IT guy, technical director, and spiritual guru.
And what the fuck does Franz call you?
Franz changes it week to week, so it's everything under the sun.
CJ does a lot. He's a busy guy.
It's hard work being me.
It is. Again, Might Be News Network. Go check out our website. Follow us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. We're going to be posting links to our shows and all the platforms that they're available on. So go check that out.
More coming soon.
Find the platform that you like best. I've been trying.
Just fucking listen to the shows.
Listen to the shows. Kev, where do you listen to the shows?
iTunes.
iTunes. CJ?
Same.
I have been switching up, just kind of checking out the different platforms. And recently, I've been listening to on Spotify a lot.
I get down with Spotify for music now just because I played around with it before we were on there, and
I like the presentation of Spotify.
yeah.
If you only listen to our show on iTunes, then you would have no clue that we changed the logos for each thing. I think it's just I don't know if any logo pops up, just our logo at the top.
The Might Be News logo, network logo pops up.
Right, but nothing else does. Like the logo for the individual shows
the individual
doesn't pop
shows
up.
doesn't.
It does that on SoundCloud, Spotify.
Stitcher.
Does it do it on Stitcher? I don't think it does. Maybe it does.
It does.
It doesn't on Google. The Google's the same as iTunes. Anyway,
I don't know about Google.
depending on whatever platform you decide to use, this isn't a Spotify plug. This is just I just been kind of messing around with them, and it's all pretty cool because we're everywhere. Go check it out. We're soon to be everywhere else too. We're working on it. Here we go with what's the point? What's the point?
Is there a point to this? What is your point?
Are you just gonna sit there and look stupid?
Kev, what's your point?
I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed. This morning, I go out to my job,
Yeah.
driving around like normal, visiting customers, and I'm coming down the 30 bypass.
And you pooped yourself.
No.
Damn it.
No.
Oh, that brought so much joy to my day.
I'm glad. It's a great story. I've listened to it a couple times. But
So have I.
Me
And
too.
I've played it for so many people.
I've played it for coworkers.
Oh, no.
I've played it for coworkers.
Oh, no.
But I was coming down the fucking 30 bypass and I fucking hit a pothole. These fucking potholes are ridiculous. Dude, I hit this pothole going 70 and it blew out the sidewall of my fucking tire. Oh my God. I'm sick of winter. I'm sick of the salt on the roads. I'm sick of it all. Yo, fucking PennDOT, get on your fucking shit and take care of these fucking roads that I put my fucking tax dollars towards and take care of it.
Wow.
That's all I got.
Wow. It's a good one, Kev.
Thanks.
Can you
Uh,
tell us
fired
how
up.
you really feel?
Fired up, dude.
Fired up.
Yeah.
Dude, all right, I hit a pothole. My fucking RCAM is with me, and he sits in the car while I'm jacking up the car. He comes out to take a photo of me and send it to the group text of all my coworkers on my team. Gets back in the car, and a fucking state trooper pulls up behind me. Thank God. Puts his lights on so nobody fucking hits me, and all these fucking assholes flying 70, 80 miles an hour, not getting over into the other fucking lane.
This from the guy that was driving 70 miles an hour to hit a pothole.
Not next to people on the side of the road changing a fucking tire.
For those of you who don't know, on season 4, episode 3 of Might Be News, Kev tells a riveting story of him shitting himself.
Why are we going back to that?
I'm just letting people know.
Go listen.
Go
I
listen
wish
to
you
it.
would.
Go
I
listen
hope
to
that that episode gets
All right.
9 million plays.
I don't even know how many it is. I need to go
I
back
would like
and
to
find out.
say I've played that for many people, but two, also I would like to go back to a story you guys talked about last week with the guy that was injecting jizz into his
Oh,
arm,
it was
God.
fucking foul.
Oh,
which is on the same level of foulness.
yeah.
But I
Well.
was talking to someone about it,
Yeah.
and he's told me two good comments. He goes, one, the guy doesn't know how to inject anything because reading the article, it said he was putting air into his arm too.
Right.
So he wasn't bleeding the
The needle.
out
Yeah.
or pulling it back in and putting
Right.
it in. And two, look at Novak's forearm. He already has jizz tattooed into his arm. So he has already had jizz injected into himself.
CJ, do you have a point this week?
No, I do not.
Okay. He has a review though.
I do
that
have
I'm
a-
excited about.
I have a review.
Okay. So my point this week is that I'm halfway through the first season of a new show on Netflix called Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. And it's there's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Killer Mike from Run the Jewels. It just came out recently. And again, they're half-hour episodes. And I'm not doing it as a review yet because I plan on I probably will review this. But I'm enjoying it a
watch
lot
them
right
all.
now. Yeah, I got to watch them all. First 3 episodes have been excellent. It's kind of a cool mix of comedy and social issue awareness. Each episode that I've seen so far has basically been a different social experiment that he has conducted. For example, the first episode, he tries to keep all of his money in the black community for 3 days, which proves to be very, very difficult for him. And it's interesting because during the whole process, he talks about a lot of different facts. And the second episode, he is talking about trying to encourage people to learn a trade. And it starts off with him in a elementary school talking to a mixed group of children. And he basically tells them that you owe it to your parents. They all tell him what they want to be when they grow up. You know, one kid says a scientist. One says he wants to be the president. And he's like, you owe it to your parents to have realistic dreams. You owe it to your parents to go out there and earn money as soon as possible. Like, you're not going to be a president. You're not going to be a scientist. Like, what do you want to like think about being a plumber or doing this or doing that? And he ends up developing educational pornos in the second episode.
Didn't he also
Not for children, but for
say the
adults.
statement that that black people shouldn't spend their money on jewelry and cars? They should spend it on property.
Yeah. No, he doesn't necessarily. He doesn't really talk about it. He's talking about like.
No, I'm not saying in an episode.
Oh, in an
I
episode.
think in a statement he recently said that.
Yes, he's very he has what a lot of people would call controversial ideas on a lot of different things. But I find it all very, very interesting, and I encourage you to check this shit out. He ends up making like educational pornos based off of like for like a he gives like a mixed adult crowd a test on like how to change an outlet, how to snake a sink, a drain, right? And how to change a doorknob were the 3 things. And he gave them all a test on it, and they all failed miserably. Then he made these educational pornos that all showed how to do these things, and they all got a 75% increase, at least, on their next test. So,
Whatever it takes.
I mean,
It takes what it takes.
but I was
until it
sitting
takes.
there cracking up because this whole shit is just outrageous. But it's like it proved to actually work. Go watch Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. It's really cool.
Sounds interesting. I do want
It
to
is.
check it
It's
out.
very interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of had like a somewhat of a Chappelle Show-ish vibe to me, just because it was like surreal watching this shit. Like he's
Right.
doing some pretty interesting things, and it was still pretty funny. So that's what's the point. Late review time. Here we go.
Let's do it.
I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
Can't believe I'm just hearing.
Why didn't I know about this sooner?
all right, Kev, what do you got for late review?
One of my favorite movies. released August 19th, 2016, with Jonah Hill, Bradley Cooper, and Miles Teller. War Dogs.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Dude, I love that movie. I just watched it probably 2-3 weeks ago. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller are gun dealers, and they wind up striking up a deal with Bradley Cooper, or helps him find a deal, and they get in a world of shit, and it is just a good, wholesome movie.
It's a good movie.
No, it's a good.
Definitely
It's
a
a
good movie.
really good movie. If you're into dealing guns and all kinds of other shit, wild shit, check it out. It is a really dope flick.
It's definitely a good movie.
I would have to give it like 7.5, 8.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good one.
What do you got, CJ?
I got Weezer, the Teal album.
The Teal album.
10 out of 10. Download it now. You will understand.
That is all.
Wow. So, for those of you who don't know, this is a Weezer cover album.
I
whole
feel
thing.
like it's they had one more album left on their deal, and they were like, yeah, we're not giving this label new music until we renegotiate this.
Wow.
And they just did a cover album.
You showed me a good portion of it. It's like 10 tracks or something, isn't it?
Yes.
And you showed me a good portion of it, and I was enjoying it thoroughly. I was.
The only thing after looking,
Instant classic.
it is song after song after song after song, because they were instant classics the first time, but they do it so well. I mean, like, you're actually sitting there listening to it, and you're like, this isn't the original. Like, they
Yeah.
do it so well. But the only thing that I have to gripe about it, I was looking at the track listing, that they did not do a Queen song. Did not do a Queen song.
They might have not been able to get the rights to it, though.
And that's what you said earlier. I agree with that. So, yeah.
But everything they did is amazing.
Yeah.
No scrubs.
Would
Boom.
you, yeah? Would you say?
Yeah.
Would you
Is
say
Africa-
11 out of 10?
I would go 11 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay.
Craig really likes this.
If this was a CD, as much as I've played it over the last 3 days, I would have already had to go buy another one because it would be so scratched.
scratched.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Very cool. Go check it out. The Teal album. All right. So mine is, so I was just like kind of cruising through channels the other day, and I came across one of my favorite movies, like all-time favorite movies. And I watched it all the way through. I literally started it over and watched it all the way through.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Man on Fire.
You did. You guessed it. I posted about it on Facebook recently because
I did not see the post, I promise.
Well, regardless, I asked the question, what was everybody's favorite Denzel movie? And mine is hands down Man on Fire. I got a lot of great answers because he's been in a lot of great movies. Side note, I think Book of Eli is underrated as a movie.
That's
like
on
that.
HBO. I was actually
Yeah.
going to watch that.
Yep, it's on there. I saw it. I'm going to watch it too soon. But Man on Fire is also on HBO. That's where I saw it. And they don't pay us. But
Dude, how that movie's shot, it's just awesome.
Man on Fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like kind of psychedelic. It's like
Right.
fast and
Right.
like really, really fast. And all the transitions and stuff. Was it Tony Scott is the director of that movie?
I believe so.
I believe
yes.
so. And just fantastic the way he filmed it. It's a heart-wrenching story of redemption. And Denzel,
Based off a true story.
based off a true story.
Dude, when he sticks that dynamite in that dude's butt.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. He sticks dynamite up a dude's butt. And it's fucking great. The whole
Depending
movie's
on what
fucking
you're
great.
into, it appeals to so many audiences.
Denzel goes so hard in Man on Fire. Like, he goes so hard
Dude, he
in
gets
Man on Fire.
fucked up
He
in
gets,
that movie.
he gets really fucked up in that movie. And it's an instant classic for me. Man on Fire is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's
really?
Yeah, it's an instant classic for me. I think because what sets it apart, Kev, is exactly what you said. The way that it was directed, the way that it was shot, like how frantic it feels
Right.
at times. And like for like a movie like that where it's a straight up action movie for the later half of the whole thing, pretty much, right? Like he goes hard the entire back half of that movie.
Dude, even the scene where right after the piano lessons and she gets abducted right there, like I almost want to go grab my kids and make sure they're safe. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because you can feel why he does what he does,
right?
And like why he goes as hard as he does, and like the soundtrack is hard. Trent Reznor had a couple tracks on there from 9 Inch Nails. The whole thing is just, it's bigger than big.
Yep.
10 out of 10 for me. I could watch Man on Fire anytime it's on.
It's a good movie.
I could just, in the middle of nothing, put it on and watch it all the way through. And it's not only my favorite Denzel movie, but it's one of my all-time favorite movies. 10 out of 10. Man on Fire. Go watch it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah, definitely. Highly recommended.
It's riveting. This week in Kev.
This week in Kev. This week in Kev.
That's a
Damn,
new,
man, you are on a fucking roll tonight,
I
dude.
just fucked up and it sounded great. That's the new segment. This week in Kev.
January 28th, 1986. U.S. Shuttle Challenger exploded 72 seconds after liftoff, killing 7 crew members on board. January 31st, 1940, the first Social Security check was issued to Ida Fuller for $22.54.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Why?
Because you know the story about her?
No.
She never put into Social Security. She was the first one to collect. She never put in.
Huh, that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah. January 31st, 1958, the first U.S. Earth satellite explorer was launched. January 31st, 1990, the first McDonald's opened in Russia.
Huh.
February 1st, 1960, 4 black college students began a series of sit-ins at a white-only lunch counter at Woolworths in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Huh.
That's what I got.
Very cool. Great job this week, Kev.
Dude, killing it. I'm telling you.
Absolutely fantastic. Don't you just feel great about it? Look, I can see it in your face that you feel
Fucking
great about
glowing right now.
Wow, you're glowing. Like, you're the light of my life right now. Look at you. Like the signs behind you, the on the air sign, and then there's Kev. It's just like you're on fire.
I'm making up for you dropping the ball.
Wow.
Several times.
See?
Strong allegations.
Every time I'm nice to you, you have to shit on me.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude.
like I said, go listen to season 4, episode 3, and listen to Kev shit on himself.
Yo. Fuckers, please do it.
Things happen, you know. You can't always judge a
we
fire.
are grown men, and everybody has an accident once in a while.
That's true.
I'm sure that y'all have shat yourself and just aren't as willing to talk about it as I am.
No, I've come close, and I can tell stories of coming close, but
I've definitely come close.
I've never actually done it.
Oh,
Never
I
done it.
can't wait to the day. I can't wait to the day.
What, you want me to tell my close call?
No, I don't.
Save it for another one. That'll be your point next time.
Great job, CJ. Thank you so much for everything you do for us.
Thank you for having me.
And again, please listen to everything on our network. A lot of people are doing a lot of great things. Relatable Radio tomorrow, might be sports after that, and then an all new might be Brews on Friday. So get at us. It's been an intense and wonderful season. Go back and listen to old episodes on whatever platform that you choose. NBA Network
Pooping myself.
of Kev pooping himself, episode 3 of season 4.
It's called Kev Has an Accident.
Kev has an accident. There's also a great interview with Jake Palumbo on that episode as well. Shout out Jake
that
Palumbo.
episode over and over and over.
So, and also go back and check out Might Be Tunes. Shit is real. We're doing big things. We're still going to be working on that. Shit is real.
Just us, Kevin.
So we'll see you guys next week. Say peace out, Kev.
See ya.
Peace out, CJ.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, guys. Have a great week. See you guys next time.
Get your Girl Scout cookies.